Being a Sonic fan should give you some type of free therapy or something, because thinking about some of these games is sure to cause some PTSD. But as we all know, the series moves in cycles, ups and downs like a roller coaster. And lately, we've definitely been on the up and up. When it came to Sonic Frontiers, not gonna lie, I had my finger on the doubt button early on. The first few teasers of the game didn't really impress me. However, as more stuff has come out, I'm certainly more of an optimist than a realist. The game isn't out yet as I'm writing this, and I do still have my concerns about the gameplay, but there have been several people online who've had a chance to play the game, and so far reception has been pretty good. At worst, I think this game will probably just be kinda mid. Obviously, I'm not gonna make any judgments until the full release, so in literally like 2 days, this video could age as well as milk under the hottest sun of Sandopolis Zone. But even if the game ends up being another entry in the joke book of Sonic games, there is one thing that makes Sonic Frontiers worth existing: the Divergence prologue. This was a 6-minute animated short released as promotional material for Sonic Frontiers. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I always look forward to the promo cartoons made for the new Sonic games. The short was directed by artist Tyson Hess and written by Ian Flynn, two guys who've been incredibly important in the creation of the recent Sonic comics. Now, the studio who actually animated this thing was Powerhouse Animation. They've done trailers for indie games like Enter the Gungeon and Broforce, and they've also done stuff like cinematics for games like Epic Mickey and even Sonic Origins. Probably their most well-known endeavor is the Netflix Castlevania series though. From everyone involved in this project, you can tell there was a lot of talent involved and a ton of heart put into Divergence. Visually, it's absolutely stunning. Great action, great animation, great humor. It was also really cool to see T. Call and her father as well. And I gotta say, kudos to Dave Mitchell, the voice actor for Knuckles, because he really stepped up his game this go around. I really like how Knuckles' characterization is going back to the way it was in the adventure games. A tad more serious and a bit more chill as opposed to a meathead with the IQ of a toothbrush. You guys know from my Knuckles video that I'm a big fan of the character, so getting an animated short all about him, his life on Angel Island, and how it all ties into Sonic Frontiers was really sick. Speaking of animations, Sonic Prime. I really did not know what to expect from this thing, and I was pretty surprised once the most recent trailer came out. It's harkening back to older Sonic cartoons like Sonic SatAM and Sonic Underground, with Sonic and his friends being a bunch of freedom fighters. Sonic gets taken to this alternate dimension where they're in like a bad future timeline, and they gotta take down Eggman to get things back to normal, I'm guessing. There are a couple intriguing new changes. There are new voice actors for the characters, which is gonna be really interesting getting used to. I'm not very familiar with any of these voice actors, but for the most part, they are all very experienced. Considering the different types of media, that means Sonic is gonna have 3 voice actors portraying him all at the same time. For some reason, Ian Hanlon, the VA for Shadow, is also doing the voice for Big. Okay. We actually have some Sonic alumni in the cast too. Brian Drummond, the VA for Eggman, voiced Knuckles in Sonic Underground. So hey, he has some Sonic cartoon experience. Also, Shannon Chan Kent, the VA for Amy, was actually in the Sonic 2020 movie as the waitress at that biker bar. Also, Rouge is a part of the main cast now. That's definitely different. I guess you could consider Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy as kind of like the core 4 heroes of the Sonic series, and I guess they wanted to at least have 2 girls in the main cast to keep the team more well-rounded between guys and gals. As for other potential options for girl characters, I mean, you've got Cream, but I feel like she probably wouldn't really fit the atmosphere of the show. It's a bit more darker. You've also got Blaze. She's a popular character, but I don't think she has the same amount of impact on the franchise as Rouge, considering Rouge has been a prominent cast member in more mainline games. Plus, she was a love interest for Knuckles, and she has history with Shadow, who will definitely show up in this show eventually. The redesigns of the characters, I'm not too big on. Amy is definitely the most egregious. She's like 7 feet tall now. Besides that though, I am really looking forward to this series. It's going to be interesting to see how the characters interact with Rouge as a part of the main cast now, and I'm interested to see what the story is going to be like and how the new voice actors will portray the characters. I didn't care too much about this initially, but I'm looking forward to it now, definitely. I'm also looking forward to the next Sonic film, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Spoilers, I guess, if you haven't seen the second movie yet, but it's confirmed that Shadow is going to be showing up in Sonic 3. So it's pretty clear they're going to be adapting parts of Sonic Adventure 2 storyline. This is a bit strange since there was no mention of Adventure 1's story. Hopefully they won't skip over that. Sonic 3 might be like the second movie though, where they use parts of multiple different games, since the second movie was a mix of both Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. I'm super pumped to see what direction the movie series goes. This is obviously a huge money-making cinematic universe, so I don't imagine they'll stop after the third movie. Maybe we'll get an 06 adaptation, who knows, but it would be really cool to see that game get its redemption arc finally. 2022 in general has been a fantastic year for Sonic. We started off with the Sonic 2 movie, then Sonic Origins, which, while controversial, honestly was a good collection of widescreen versions of the classic Sonic games. The Divergent short was another awesome Sonic 2D cartoon, Frontiers is coming out, then we're ending off the year with Sonic Prime. Oh yeah, there was also a Roblox game that came out or whatever. And of course, we can't forget about the absolutely fantastic fan projects that continue to be developed, like Sonic and the Fallen Star and Sonic Triple Trouble 16-bit. I'm happy because Sonic is in a really good place right now. The only thing that would make this perfect is if we finally got an announcement for Sonic Mania 2. The first game did amazing. Fans loved it, critics loved it. It's really strange that we haven't had another one yet. I guess Sonic Origins was meant to be our fill of 2D Sonic for the year, but I'm just waiting on that Mania 2, man. Now, I would prefer if in Mania 2 they did all brand new stages instead of old ones with a couple of new ones spiced in there, but honestly, at this point, I would be okay if they just did Mania 1 again with different old stages. Like, I don't know, maybe bring back Sky Sanctuary, maybe bring back Hilltop Zone. That'd be fun. If you need some more content ideas, then hey, maybe take some stuff from the Game Gear games. That'd be cool to see in a 16-bit form. Those games have some cool concepts that are unfortunately stuck on old hardware. A lot of people criticize Mania for being mostly old stages, but even the old stages were remixed in really cool ways, incorporating elements from different Sonic games too. What made Sonic Mania so great was that they took old ideas and spiced them up with brand new ideas. But anyway, that's enough wishful thinking. In a couple moments, I probably would have started talking about getting a Sonic R2 or a Sonic the Fighters 2 or something like that. But like I said before, I am pretty satisfied with the current state of Sonic. It's cool to be a Sonic fan again. This video was a tad different from what I normally do. I'm more of a gaming history kind of guy. I don't normally talk about current events in gaming. So let me know what you guys think about this new style of video in the comment section below. Also, a huge thanks to you guys because we finally reached 20,000 subscribers. Thanks. I really don't know what else to say, but thank you guys so much. I'm going to really try to make my content better, more frequent, and more diverse, so stay tuned and don't be too surprised if I start talking about some games you haven't seen on the channel before. I'm going to at least try to keep things fresh, hip, and radical. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, there's a whole playlist of videos just like this one on the left side of the screen. If you want to be notified when I post a new video, then click on the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you be so kind, click the like button too before you go, as it really helps the channel grow. Thanks guys, stay cool, and have a good one.